What exactly is a leader, and what makes leadership different from management? And why is it that some leaders are better than others? In this introduction to inspirational leadership, we'll answer these questions and lay the foundation for teaching you 3 important skills which are used by the world's best inspirational leaders. But more importantly, this course will teach you how to find your own style of leadership and adopt the skills which have the biggest impact on a leader's ability to inspire others. The main difference between leaders and managers is that leaders have people follow them while managers have people who work for them. In truth, a leader may also have to be a manager and a manager may have to be a leader, but they are not mutually exclusive. Leadership is about getting people to understand and believe in your vision and to work with you to achieve your goals, while managing is more about administering and making sure the day-to-day things are happening as they should. As management guru Peter Drucker once said, management is doing things right, leadership is doing the right things. So managers manage the processes, the resources, and make sure things are operating within set boundaries, but a leader will set the direction and inspire people to follow. Another way to think about this is a manager will make sure you climb a ladder efficiently, but a leader will make sure it's leaning against the right wall. We could spend all day talking about the definition of a manager and a leader, but it's easier to understand what a leader is by looking at real examples. The world's full of examples of bad leaders, from the over-controlling office manager to power-mad dictators. They're typically characterized as people who force others to follow using rules, policy, and punishment. Thankfully, there are many examples of good leaders who, through positivity and vision, inspire others to follow them. To be a leader, you don't need to be a manager or a person in a position of power. Perhaps the most definitive example of this was Mahatma Gandhi. Even without the typical instruments of power like military or wealth, he was able to lead his country to freedom from British colonial power. He inspired his countrymen to stand up for their common goals. Now think of someone you consider to be a great leader. Chances are you're thinking of someone who is enthusiastic and confident, a person who empowers the people, but above all else, someone who inspires you. There's a common misconception that the traits we just mentioned are somehow instinctual, that it is part of a person's natural charisma. Whilst it's true that many of the world's great leaders may have never had any formal leadership training, they do all share common characteristics and attributes that not only made them unique, but also helped them lead great movements. These individuals were not born leaders. They developed leadership habits and followed the inspiring example of those that came before them. As an aspiring leader, it's critical that you take the time to reflect and assess your own capabilities and habits. By modeling the common characteristics of inspirational leaders, you can develop your leadership skills. To summarize, managers tell people what to do. Leaders inspire them to do it.